In this video, I'm going to show how we deal with the case where we have a single column for the first couple rows, then it goes to a double column with headers. If these were not headers, I would just do it as I would do a single column problem. But since these are headers and clearly describe what's going on in the rows below it, this is one that needs to be split into two tables. So let me show you how to do that. So we're going to close that, and I'm going to show you how it looks really similar. There's a slight difference. So I start off the same way, and I highly recommend always starting the same way. That way you don't forget anything. So the first thing is I paste it in with the tbody command, my div and table, and I turn th into td. Again, I check to make sure it's already centered. I bold that because it was bold originally because it was a header. And there's a TD. Now, right here, I can see in the commands, this is where it's going to be a header again, but that's the data part of the table. So we need to close out the layout table. So I need to close this one. So I'm going to close out the tbody, and I'm going to close out the table. And then what I need to do is I actually need to start another table. And don't put a space in there, otherwise it'll put a space between the tables and it'll look noticeably different. So I go over to the code and I just copy it. I put it right in here. So there's my table. Now, these are okay as headers. So I do not touch those. And the table is already turned off from before. So the last thing I have to do is turn off the div. Everything is green, so everything looks good. So if I preview, bring this over so you can see it, notice there are two tables, as we can see by the double line here. But other than that, it looks exactly the same as before. It can expand and contract because of our div command. All the functionality is fine because I didn't mess with any of that. And then I go ahead and mark it as ADA, put it in the library, and this one is done.